Hello everyone, welcome back to JcE&x Explores. In this video, we're going to show you the top places to visit in Dartmoor National Park. Isn't this cute? We're off to visit one of the famous landmarks here in Dartmoor, and it's the Church of Brentor. However, it is very foggy, so we can't really see anything, but I presume it's up there, up a hill, and it kind of feels very atmospheric, and they said maybe this is a good place to go when the weather's like this. It's spooky. You can see the shape of the church now. Up over there, it looks so spooky. If you want to come and film a scary movie, this is your spot.
This mist is just all encompassing, surrounding us. I can see how people get lost up here. The mist just comes in and completely surrounds you. I've got no idea which way is north, south, east or west.
Wow, what an incredible spot. We actually read that there's a few legends associated with this church. They said that when they were building it, the devil was obviously angered by a church being built here, and they were getting all these big boulders and throwing it down the hillside, and that's why you can see all these big boulders scattered around. And I actually didn't realise how high up we were. I just had a little peek over here, and it's pretty far. It's cold!
It's very, very cold today. I think it's about 5 degrees up here, and we kind of have these passing showers that are just sort of hanging around, so we'll probably only be filming in brief intervals of clear, well, no rain. It is actually a lot clearer today though. There's not as much mist around, so we are going to go to Foggintor Quarry. There's a car park just on one of the main roads through Dartmoor, so we're just going to follow this track. You're not allowed to drive down this track. There's no public vehicle access, and I think it's about a 1 mile hike, so let's go, because when we get to the quarry, this guy is going to go and jump in the water. Apparently one of the places where the Marines, the Royal Marines, actually do a bit of training, so I'm very excited to see it. We're having a slight dilemma because we've just come across a sign which is blocking the track. We can go around it, but it's saying that no unauthorized access along the track, so we're just checking to see if we can still go.
Well, we made it. We've passed some normal people, so we know it's open. There's kind of a building there I want to go check out, and I think the quarry looks like it's going to be that way. We'll go this way first. Warning sign, enter at your own risk.
What a cool spot this is. We've got this huge cliff face here, and you can see all like discarded bits of granite just in the in the quarry. There's paths around it, so let's take a little walk around, I think. Yeah, what a cool place. It's a little bit eerie in here. It's like a little bit of a wind trap. It feels like the wind kind of comes in and swirls around in here. But it's really cool. I can imagine that people come here in the summer, cooling off in the quarry lake, bit of rock climbing. Now the rain started again. Nice.
It's hailing! I thought it was very cold, and Corey wants to go in the quarry. I will not participate this time.
Okay, I have my shorts on. I'm getting ready to go for a swim in Foggintor Quarry. I'm very excited. I'm a little bit nervous. Let's do it. Oh, I did it. It was very cold. My fingers are numb, but I'm glad I got to do it. I think I've made it into the Marines now.
I'm frozen. I'm gonna head back to the car now and warm up.
Well, That was very exhilarating. I am a bit chilly now. My fingers are quite cold to react. But if you've been following us for a little while, you know that we do enjoy a little bit of cold exposure. One of the main things that I really like about it is that no matter how cold you get, it just feels like there's comfort in knowing that your body can come back to a normal temperature. And that's what I sort of just feel, and I appreciate now. I know that I'm cold, but it's all good. And the number one thing to do after a swim is to go for a walk, get your body moving. So let's hike back to the car and get nice and warmed up.
The hail! We're walking back in a hail storm and it really hurts.
We made it back to the car. We're a bit chilly. The heat is on, but we are going to head back to our railway cottage now in Lydford. We're going to show you around there because it's very beautiful, and then after that hopefully we're going to hike in Lydford Gorge.
Welcome to the Old Railway Cottage, located here in Dartmoor National Park, and this is where we're staying as our base as we explore the national park. Come and have a look, it's very cute. So it's very much quintessential English cottage vibes in here, and it's got its name because it used to be the railway workers' cottages. Nowadays the railway is no longer active, hence there's no more railway men here, but the cottages are still here, and there's so many little reminders around the cottage of the history of this building. You can see up on the walls, they've got like some framed old railway tickets or some maps. And there's even like these quirky little ornaments all around. For example, over here, we've got this, a railway parcel balance. And I just keep finding all these things. The owners made a really lovely job of keeping and kind of preserving the history of this space.
And I just met one of her lovely neighbours here, Jean next door, and she said often people come here in search of their family history, and they ask her questions about the building because this is a place where people's fathers and grandfathers and great-grandfathers once worked on the railway lines here in Dartmoor.
We have a beautiful welcome pack that the owner Becky created for us. That she was really lovely. She asked if we had any diets. We follow plant-based, and she put so many goodies in there, including some homemade chutney. Very excited to try that. And we have loads of information about all the walks we're going to do here. There is so much to do. I'm a little bit overwhelmed, but I think we're just going to have a quick look, write down some highlights and just go for it. We put on some dry clothes and now we're off to check out Lydford Gorge.
So staying at the railway cottages is so good because we are actually very, very close to Lydford Gorge. We just need to cross a little bridge and then we're there. Oh my goodness, we see some llamas. There's also Lydford Gorge llamas here, and you can take them for a hike around the area. That's so funny.
Yeah, so this is National Trust property. Usually you have to pay, but because we're here in the winter period, they close their little payment area, so it is free and you just do a donation if you like to. Ooh.
There's two options to get to Whitelady Waterfall. You've got the half a mile option, which is no steps, and then you've got a quarter mile option, which is steps. We're going to take the short one. It looks a little bit more magical, and look how steep that gorge is. But I love this nice little rail down into the magical woodland below.
This waterfall is so beautiful. There's like a pool in the bottom, a little mermaid pool. I imagine in summer, many people want to just go and sit in there. It's really stunning because it's all cascading down the rock. It's constantly like this white, kind of foamy water, and it just looks beautiful. I can understand why it's called the Whitelady Waterfall. This place is magical. I do love a bridge crossing. This actually leads to Devil's Cauldron, but unfortunately we can't go there today. It's closed, and the other entrance in Lydford Gorge is closed towards Devil's Cauldron because there's some issue with the trail. You can also see some debris on the path making it unsafe, so that's okay. Maybe another time when you're here, maybe you can go and check out Devil's Cauldron. Let us know in the comments what it's like.
It's such a magical area. We've just got this kind of meeting of the waters. You've got this river running down here. The waterfall comes into this river and then crosses underneath this bridge. It's just so nice. What a treat.
We managed to see Whitelady Waterfall, but all the tracks were closed, so we came back and had a look at the map. And closed, everything's closed. I don't know if that's because it's winter and there's not many like rangers around checking the paths, and it's just too unsafe right now. But that really sucks because we really want to go check out the gorge. We have come to Lydford Castle here in Lydford. English heritage site, but it's free to go and check out. This used to be a prison and a courthouse. Lydford, we're learning, has an incredible history dating back to the Dark Ages. A lot of like Saxon and Viking history around here. This place looks remarkably well preserved. Say it was built centuries and centuries and centuries ago. And it used to be a prison, so let's go inside. Maybe a little bit spooky.
Yes, Charlotte did touch on the Viking history here, and the Vikings, they actually weren't able to successfully capture Lydford because of the terrain here, the gorge. They found it quite difficult to, one, pass the physical barriers, and two, have the strength to then fight in a battle. So the Vikings, they landed in the Tamar River. They made their way across the moor all the way up to here in Lydford, and this is where they were thwarted in their attempts to take over. And this was during the time of King Ethelred II in the 10th century.
Ooh. Oh my God. In prison. I'm sure these walls have seen some ghastly sights.
Cool little vantage point here. There was a lot of hangings here. There was one judge in particular. He was called the hanging judge. You didn't want to get him because he was more likely to hang you than anything else. And it is rumoured that his ghost, his spirit, still haunts the area.
Oh my gosh.
And he takes the form of a big black pig. So if you're in Lydford and you see a big black pig, that's the hanging judge. Run.
So if you're looking for somewhere to top up your supplies while you're exploring Dartmoor, then you have to come check out Tavistock. It's a beautiful old market town, and there's some gorgeous buildings around here. Lots of little cafes, a beautiful bridge, and it's actually part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site in this region. It is really beautiful. So if you wanted to explore more of the larger towns in the Dartmoor area, we recommend Tavistock.
Well, we really hope you guys enjoyed our Dartmoor National Park vlog adventures.
Yeah, it's nice to explore somewhere new that we haven't been to before.
Yes, and if you want to go and book the Railway Cottage, we'll leave a link in the description below so you can check that one out. The host there, Becky, she is a lovely lady. She will give you a care package based on your dietary requirements, and she is also a bit of a tour guide. So if you have any questions about walks you want to do in the area, or you just want to be guided on a tour, she will be the one to either A, take you, or tell you loads about it, because she is a Dartmoor fanatic. So definitely pick her brains if you book it.
Thanks so much for watching. Remember, if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next adventure.
Bye.